Alrighty, fellas, welcome back to another NBA video. The NBA Cup is in full swing now. This is the quarterfinals. This is going to be OKC and the Mavericks versus Milwaukee and the Magic. Now, the Magic are very, very down bad. We're going to get into all of that. But before we start, make sure to like, subscribe, all to the fun shit down below. If you want more videos like this in the future, this is going to be a very, very quick hitter as it is 2:25 a.m. Central Time, aka 3 a.m. on the East Coast, aka Nikki's got to be up in 3 hours, or you know me as Gutters, sorry. Gutters got to be up in 3 hours to catch a flight. So, yeah, going to film this one fast, but I want to make sure I get a video out to you guys, so that's what we're doing here. Starting on Underdog Fantasy, the place we always go. Make sure you use code BDGE if you're not signed up, as you get a $1,000 deposit match bonus, plus you get a free play of SGA going over just half a point as well. So the only pick I have in the first game, Orlando versus Milwaukee, is going to be Giannis to go over 30.5 points. And the reason being is quite simply this. Franz Wagner, out. Paolo Banchero, out. When those two players were on the court, this team was one of the best defensive teams in the entire NBA, if not the best defensive team in the entire NBA. With both of them out, it makes it look a lot scary. Obviously, you still have Jonathan Isaac. Obviously, he's still going to be a problem. I don't doubt that for a second, but I do doubt him being able to play long minutes as a strong four, and I just don't think he can match up well against Giannis throughout the entirety of the game. Obviously, he's going to have his spurts. Obviously, he's going to play well. Obviously, guys like Wendell Carter are probably going to step up, but guys like Mo Wagner, Gogo Badadze do not scare me in the paint against Giannis. I think Giannis is going to continue to absolutely crush over this mark of 30.5 like he has all throughout his time against Orlando in past years. Obviously, it's not this year, so we can't really gauge it. But in past years, as you can go over real quick, he's destroyed this line versus Orlando. I think he continues to destroy this line. He's now in the NBA Cup as well, which does matter because he's going to see increased minutes. He's going to have that high points for. As long as this game is even remotely close, he's going to continue to just blast over this mark. As they just have no one to guard him, right? If you had Franz there, I'd be a little more worried. Franz can match up pretty well with Giannis, and he can keep him in check at least a little bit. Without him, like, unless, again, you play Jonathan Isaac long minutes, I don't see a world where you can match up against Giannis. And even Jonathan Isaac is a game-time decision. So Jonathan Isaac might not play. Franz Wagner out. Paolo Banchero out. I just don't see anyone being able to stop Giannis in this game. I think he just crushes this line. And again, it's kind of a repetitive nature of, like, there's no real stat behind it outside of just defensive matchups. And that's what I'm going to take in this one, is just defensive matchup against a really, really good player, and I really like the favor there. Now, in this matchup, I do have a few plays that I really like. Starting with SGA to go over 30.5 points. You can get it at 29.5 on DK. I'm not going to gatekeep just because I'm on Underdog. You can get it at 29.5, which is where I would take it if I were you guys. But you can get it on 30.5 on UD. I like both of these. Just look at this graph. I'll just show you a simple graph, and this is pretty much damn near all you need to see. SGA without Chet has shot a lot more and taken on a much larger scoring role in this offense, right? And now we look at his games without Chet, right? So this is games with Chet and without him combined. This is games without him, right? So we're already seeing a lot more green. Now we add into the fact of games where he plays 33-plus minutes. Because, again, he's going to see at least 33. I think he's going to see anywhere from 35-plus minutes, because now is the NBA Cup. In a heated game versus Dallas, we know this game's going to be close. He doesn't miss this line. 34 points per game, 8 of 9 games this season without Chet. The only game he missed was Portland. The field goal attempts, 21.3 per game. So where you want to see him. 3-point attempts are even high for SGA. And free throw attempts are obviously very high. Obviously getting fouled at a very high rate. So, again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a fantastic matchup, and obviously we can just go through my write-up. Obviously, I wrote this up on Twitter. Make sure to follow the Twitter if you're not following the Twitter. But in NBA Cup games so far this season, he's seen 33-plus minutes in 5 of 7 games. Right, the only game he missed this mark were again with the Jazz, where he was up by 40. And the Spurs, where he was up by 50. So I absolutely love that mark, right? He's seen 33-plus minutes in so far almost every NBA Cup game. He's now going to go into a game where he plays the Mavs. And, again, last year against the Mavs, if you look at the playoffs versus the Mavs, he played very well against this Dallas team. Very well against this Dallas team. Obviously crushing this in every game. So you look at it from that perspective, If he keeps crushing it against now obviously if you take a 30.5, you miss it by 1. But if you don't take a 30.5, you have it every game. This just feels insane to be getting this. Obviously, surface level, you're like, God, he's only hit this 48% of the year. But, like, obviously, I'm giving you the numbers of why I think he easily smashes this without Chet. Seeing the higher usage, seeing the higher volume against the Dallas defense that matches up horribly against SGA. Not horribly, but very middle of the pack to bad. So, it's not very good. So, SGA should be able to cook this game. And I think he does in pretty large fashion. Is there any injuries that are really notable that I'm missing? No, PJ Washington might miss again. I highly doubt it. Again, he's dealing with illness, so you never know. Everything else seems fine. But, love SGA. I also love Luka higher than 8.5, not assists, 8.5 rebounds. So Luka Doncic over 8.5 rebounds feels absolutely fantastic. He's obviously crushed this mark all season long. I think he's going to continue to crush this mark. Against OKC in the past, he's smashed this mark. If you look at the last 3 games, he's been destroying this mark. And now he goes into a perfect matchup, right? OKC, look at him against point guards. Allow the most rebounds per game. So if you're like, okay, God, but Kyrie's going to take most of the rebounds. Well, they allow the 7th most rebounds to shooting guards. So both guard spots, they're bottom 7. Against rebound and in the rebounding category. Not only that, he's been playing out of his mind. Most recent games, rebound chances 17, 16, 14, even 12 before that. So again, he's going to see a lot of rebound attempts there. Last season, again, crushes in every playoff game they had. If you take the sum up to, he's going to crush over any minutes mark. He's going to legitimately probably play 38 minutes in this game. But you look at the odds versus OKC, other point guards that have hit over this mark, 6 of the last 7 point guards have gone over this mark. So again, these are all just simple numbers that I'm giving you, but they're simple in the fact of they're going to work, right? And you look at it all last time he played OKC, last playoff series. What did Luka do? He would sit in the corner and hide on defense. He never had to get up on an ISO against SGA. And even when he did, he fell back and crashed for the rebound. Most of the time, SGA is not going to miss those, so that's a problem. But a lot of time, they just hit Luka. And they'll love hiding Luka in this scheme. Put him down low. Put him on the corner, man. Just have him sit. Have him sit at the bottom corner. And if he sits at the bottom corner, gives him easy opportunity to rebounds. He's just another rebounder, right? So that's why it gives him more rebound chances. I think he continues to crush this mark again. I think he gets borderline triple-double this game. Double-double is definitely in play. But I think he could get a triple-double in this NBA Cup game with the extended minutes. So it should be interesting to see there. But I really like Luka 8.5 rebounds tonight. Plus, you get good value on it. So, and my last play I only have 4 plays. I know, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. But I really like Isaiah Hartenstein double-double. Again, you get more value on this as well. Obviously, Hartenstein has absolutely smashed this mark all season long. It really has not been close. And now you have a perfect matchup. There you go, 6 of 8 games he's hit this mark. Now you have a perfect matchup versus Dallas, right? Dallas this season, when you go to rebounds, has been fair, has been all right. But you go to points. Because I'm not worried about Isaiah Hartenstein rebounds. His line's 11.5 for a reason. As long as he plays the minutes, which, again, he's going to see extended minutes, so he will see the minutes. He's going to crush this mark. Right? I'm not worried about rebounds. He's literally, if you go to this, sum by rebounds, he's only hit under 10 rebounds 1 time. Once. And they won by 27. They're not going to win by 27. Sorry, Toots. Sorry to break you the news. But you go to points, because that's what you're worried about when you talk about double-double with Isaiah Hartenstein. Look at the perfect matchup, right? Second most points in the non-restricted area is what you want to see because that's where Isaiah gets most of his points, 54% of his points. And even in the paint, they allow the 9th most points. So they're not great even in the paint, right? So that's what we want to see, those 2 stats right there of where they lie. Obviously, you can look at by position. They've allowed a fuck ton of centers to just crush their points markers. Right, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of the 8, that's 6 of the last 8 6 of the last 8 centers hit over their points mark. And again, I'm not worried about the rebounds. You know he's going to hit the rebounds. You know he's going to have those rebound opportunities. And again, the Mavs defense, horrible against rebounding. One of the Mavs is one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. From a center perspective, the Mavs are one of the worst rebounding teams. So the Thunder are one of the best. So we really like that a lot, like that matchup. I think, again, Luka's going to have to be involved in the rebounding if they want to really be consistent against someone like a Hartenstein. Because we all know Derek Lively, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford are all going to have their chops cut out for them with Isaiah Hartenstein. So, again, that could lead to some easy bounces for Luka as well. So, again, Luka to crush his line. Isaiah Hartenstein to get a double-double. Shai to score 30. All in that game I feel fantastic about. Giannis to score over 30 in that Milwaukee matchup with no Franz, no Paolo. It's gonna be intriguing to see how that team. Like, I think this could be a blowout, low key, for Milwaukee. Like, yeah, they just come out firing, play high minutes still because the NBA Cup, so points for still matters. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see no Franz and no Paolo in that competitive matchup. But we'll see. You know, Milwaukee still struggled this year. They still had their ups and downs. But for now, those are the 4 plays I'm taking. Make sure to like, subscribe, all to the fun shit down below, and I will catch you guys for NBA video tomorrow and Thursday Night Football video tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Wednesday, so yeah. And Thursday Night Football video tomorrow. So I'll catch you then. Peace.